Hi, my name is Felicia Huber, and I'm going to talk about culturally responsive teaching. Cultural influence on teaching and learning are diverse and complex, reflecting the varied backgrounds, traditions, and norms of both students and teachers. Like, for one, learning styles. Different cultures may emphasize specific ways of learning. For instance, some cultures value rote memorization and respect for authority, which might lead to more teacher-centered approach. Others may prioritize critical thinking and student participation, leaning towards learner-centered approach. Another one would be communication styles. Cultural influences verbal and nonverbal communication. High context cultures rely heavily on nonverbal cues and context, while low context cultures tend to be more explicit in communication. Misunderstandings can arise in these styles are not recognized and respected. Lastly, values and ethics. The cultural background of both students and teachers can affect the perception of right and wrong, classroom behavior expectations, overall ethical beliefs. For instance, cultures that emphasize collective goals may prioritize group work and collaboration. Cultural competence and its role in instruction in English learners. Cultural competence refers to the ability of educators to effectively teach students from diverse cultures, backgrounds. It involves understanding one's own cultural lens and integrating an appreciation for students' cultures into teaching practice. For one, it would be recognizing differences. Cultural competence helps educators identify and understanding the unique cultural backgrounds of English learners, leading to a more tailored and effective way of learning. Inclusive curriculum. Teachers can design curricula to respect and incorporate students' cultural heritage, meaning learning more relevant and engaging for English learners.
I know, John Luke ate your cookies. I am sorry.
Let me see. Supporting the needs of English learners in the classroom. For special needs, personalized learning plans, developed individual educational plans or IEPs, or individualized language plans, ILPs, tailored to the specific strengths, needs, and identities to the English learner students. This includes considering their language proficiency, cultural background, and special needs they may have. Another one would be a differentiated instruction. Use different teaching methods to cater to various learning styles and linguistic abilities. This involves adapting materials and lesson plans to ensure all students can access the same curriculum. Like, we have some kids in our classroom that use a tablet device to communicate with us when they are nonverbal. And we use an ACC curriculum where we are able to read a book and they find the words in the book to match their on their tablet, to know that they're understanding what we are reading to them and understanding where the word is so they can find it later on when they want to. Using visual aids and technology, utilize visual aids, graphic organizers, and educational technology tools to enhance comprehension and engagement along English learners. Students, interactive and multimedia resources can effectively support language development. And now, in the day and age, you can use so many things. You can find like little quizzes and stuff that they can come up and interact with it and give their answer and everything like that. And it's really neat. Opportunities and approaches to meet the social and emotional needs of English learners is a safe and inclusive environment. Create a classroom atmosphere where English learners, students feel safe and valued. This includes celebrating diversity and fostering a sense of belonging for all students. We do this every single time during the year, but we also do it a lot during Christmas time. And we ask the parents to let us in on what they do for Christmas and everything like that, and so we can incorporate it in the classroom. And so we don't, or even any other holiday, if like some parents don't celebrate that holiday, then it's a whole thing that you have to understand, because you can be insulting someone's culture if you don't understand the reason why they're doing a thing a certain way. Mentoring and support groups. Establish mentoring programs and support groups where English learner students can share experiences and challenges with peers and adults who provide guidance and support. Family and community engagement. Foster strong home school connections by involving families in school activities and decision-making process. This helps in building trust and aligning support between home and school environments. Home and school connections. Family and community practices, often referred to as funds of knowledge, significantly influence language learning, particularly for English learners. These practices encompass the cultural and linguistic resources and experiences that children bring from their homes and communities. Recognizing that integrating these funds of knowledge into education and enrich the learning environment to support the language development. One would be real world experience. Students can bring practical knowledge from their home and community experience, providing context and meaning to their language learning. Strategies to build and foster strong family, community, and school partnerships is cultural responsive training. Staff should be trained to understand and respect different cultures, practices, and integrate them into their teaching. Also, family engagement events. Organize events to celebrate cultural diversity and invite families to share their traditions, languages, experiences. Effective family engagement practices would be workshops for parents. To conduct workshops to educate parents on supporting language development at home, including reading strategies and bilingual education benefits. Inclusive community engagement practices. A school community event will host an event to bring together students, parents, and community members to celebrate cultural heritage and linguistic diversity. Volunteer programs encourage community members to volunteer in schools, offering language support and sharing their expertise with students. By focusing on these strategies and practices, educators can create more inclusive, supportive, and effective learning environments that honor and leverage linguistic and cultural wealth the students bring to school. The holistic approach not only aids language acquisition, but also fosters a strong sense of belonging and mutual respect among students, families, and educators. I really hope you enjoyed the information I brought. There is a whole lot more here, and I've experienced in the school that I worked with. But thank you for listening.